Dengar, nanti you all diam. Yang diam tahu kan tak dengar? Okay. Please tengok sebab mana yang register lambat, you kena check pasal group assignment. Because this subject, we don't have any individual assignment. We only have a group assignment. And make sure for each group, you have 10 members. And then, but I just check last week, not all the group have 10 members lah. There are some group that ada 6 or 4. Advice, saya punya advice yang 4, for those group that only have a 4 member tu, why don't you combine with those group yang ada 6? Okay, so mudah lagi lah. The more numbers of members, the more lah you can delegate at the work. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry saya tak berapa sihat itu. Apa ni? Nampak tangan. Okay, kena cut, tendon cut. So kena operate, sambung balik tendon. Supposedly saya punya MC sampai 20 bulan 11 macam tu. Okay, tapi nak MC pun bukan senang kan, sebab kita ada kelas semua. So saya rasa saya dah boleh masuk kerja, baru kita buat ni lah. Okay, so saya risau bab registration lah sekarang ni, registration, and saya tak nak ada student yang tak register. Okay, I don't want this kind of problem happen lah. Right? Student tak register, student tak attend class. Okay, at the end of the semester, your name is, you register but you don't come to class, you don't do the assignment. Saya tak nak benda-benda tu berlaku. So make sure benda tu check you register ke tak. For those who register, please come to my class, online or face to face, come and make sure you ada good assignment. Semua settle, tak ada masalah faham clear? Clear? Oh, kat mana ni? Tidur lagi ke?
Clear.
Ya, tak dengar? Ya, okay. Boleh dengar? Okay. So, itulah. Tolong check betul-betul. Saya risau yang itulah pasal group assignment, pasal student. Nanti saya akan masukkan. After this, I will upload the student list who registered for my class for this Monday untuk hari ni in Google Classroom. Kita akan banyak guna Google Classroom. E-learning tu saya akan masuk slide saja. Okay, tapi in communication lah Google Classroom lah. So saya pun bila benda tak jangka kan, berlaku accident macam ni. So kalau saya tak boleh buat kelas, saya akan beritahu online lah. Okay, apa-apa saya akan maklum. Tapi kalau kita memang membaca banyak, kalau dia dapat slide, okay. Siapa yang nak beli manual pun, itu saya dah terlepas. Patutnya dia minggu yang saya patut buat kelas tu, tapi saya tak sihat kan, saya operation, patut kena follow up sebagainya. Saya dah terlepas lah untuk kita nak order tu daripada one of ada kita punya lecturer tu. Saya tak pastilah kalau dia masih boleh tolong printkan tu, semua saya kena check balik. Okay. Tapi tak apa, untuk kelas saya ni, you attend my class, tengok slide, lepas tu nanti saya akan share dekat you example lah from previous semester how they did their assignment. Okay, so sekarang ni kita masuk chapter 5 lah. Saya nak cuba cepat sikit untuk chapter yang included in your assignment. Okay, so chapter 5 ni kita tengok planning as a performance tool. Okay, what is like introduction to what is business plan, and because you are preparing a business plan. Okay, so if you have a company or you are going to go for a tender in a company ke, in any organisation ke, business plan is must. Okay, kalau you ada company, you nak minta loan, if you want to apply for financial assistance, financial fund, partnership or etc. Okay, business plan is something that will help you to explain about your company lah. Okay, to your targeted contoh bank ke, partnership ke sebagainya lah. Okay, kat sini tengok business plan ni adalah written document that details the purpose venture, describe the current status, expected needs and projected result of the new business. Okay, dia cover project, dia ada marketing. In business plan, you ada projected sales, semua ada dalam tu marketing, research and development, manufacturing, management, critical risk, financing, and milestone or timetable. Okay, So dia akan demonstrate a clear picture of what venture is, where is your targeted, projected to go, and how you target to achieve your objective semua tu lah. Okay, dia adalah roadmap for a successful enterprise. Okay. This is a definition of business plan. Right? Business tu tak boleh. Mesti ada definition, mesti ada part business, part definition. Okay. So kat sini tengoklah, ni definition of a business plan. Dia adalah detail program or roadmap. Of course dia macam roadmap tau. Dia tunjuk kat dia ceritakan, it's a story about your business, what you are targeting to, what your punya forecast dan sebagainya lah. Okay. Dalam tu kita panggil ni business plan ni adalah satu macam management tools lah to achieve business you punya objective, to attract investor nak invest dalam punya business. So bila investor baca you punya business plan, they are more prepared, either they want to invest or not lah. Okay, in the business. Kalau they believe that your business is good, they believe your business is good semua, dia nak masuk. Okay, if they believe the investor tu, after they read the business plan, they believe that your business is good, they know the where you are to, what your target semua realistic and also profitable and etc. So then they will masuklah, invest in your business. They will of course dia akan setuju to invest in your business. Okay, based on Patricia Utton ni, di sini you boleh baca lah, business plan ada roadmap tentang apa dia punya business venture lah. Okay, business plan. Dalam business plan ni, kan tadi saya cakap pasal roadmap, apa yang punya plan semua. Okay, these are the thing yang kita kena selalu tanya lah, tanyakan when we prepare the business plan. Where am I now? Okay, for example, where am I now? Dia ada satu assessment untuk individual current position. You punya position macam mana? Okay, resources you atau asset atau cash. Okay, when you want to do a business, let's say you want to involve in engineering, kan? So you memang student engineering. Okay, where you are now? Do you have enough money to start your business? Do you have who are your resources? Resources ni macam team, apa material that you need, what are the asset and cash. Okay, maybe you need to have a laptop ke, you need to have some machine ke apa kan, apa tu you kena tahu. Where am I now? You assess diri you and who are your team, you punya cash semua untuk you start your punya business. Okay, then second question normally you need to ask yourself when you prepare your business plan is to where am I going? Okay, dia adalah satu part yang visioning process. It's a part of the visioning process yang mana apa dia punya what is your personal objective, why you want to run the business, what is your target in 5 years, where am I going, okay, why you want to do the business. Sebab kadang-kadang you buat the business, why? Because you have the capability, you have the knowledge and you interested in that business, kan? Okay, and within 5 years you target to open your own company ke, the biggest leading company dekat utara ke, northern area in Malaysia ke, your target, where are you going? Okay, how am I getting there? What are the milestones? Okay, this question that you ask yourself when you prepare the business plan. Okay, these are the information that you need when you prepare a business plan. Okay, who wants this product or services? Bila you buat business plan, you kena tanya diri you. Okay, who are your target market? That's why you have a segment lah, bahagian untuk marketing. What characterize them? What is the market segment? Okay, ni benda-benda yang you kena masukkan dalam business plan lah. Okay, value of the market, berapa barang yang nak masuk tu, adakah market ni akan grow or not, who are the competitor. When you want to enter the market, you need to know who are the competitor. You cannot underestimate your competitor and you need to identify, kan? Kalau macam ni kena tahu competitor dah pegang market berapa persen, what are the strength and weaknesses, and also the positioning of the product or service or offer. Okay, now kita tengok, laju tak saya? Sorry Laju tak? Dan juga kalau laju, please inform. Okay? Sebab bila buat online memang terasa laju dia sikit. Boleh? Kalau laju tu kalau laju tolong maklum Okay. Tadi sebab ni kita baru introduction lah sebelum kita masuk ke chapter 6 yang business plan betul-betul. Ni a bit macam muka 5 lah slide ke macam apa bagi synopsis. Bukan synopsis dalam dalam novel tu apa? Kat depan tu punya apa? Nanti saya baca, nanti dah baca novel. Apa kat depan tu? Apa dah? Kan dia ada sikit muka 5 kat depan tu. Okay. So you understand what is the business plan. Okay. The importance of planning. Why? We as a business person lah, macam you buat engineering ke apa kan, you nak involve in business. Why important of planning? Kenapa business plan ni very important untuk kita? Ini adalah beberapa reason dia lah. First is to increase the opportunity for success. Okay. Business plan ni will help you to define the level of the performance that is supposed to be achieved in business. So the business plan ni akan determine the changes yang you need to be taken to ensure success. Because why? Because in business plan tu ada part kita analyse market, kita analyse our current financial situation, etc. So such changes that need to be taken into consideration are the firm structure, kan, introduction of new technology, making you punya your business to need a new technology to identify. Development of new program for employee. Sometimes you already have a company, you want to expand ataupun you want to expand a new product. Kadang-kadang kita buat juga business plan tu. Okay, kita nak expand product ataupun nak expand our business plan tu kena ada. Okay, tapi untuk you punya assignment ni you buat new business kan, you punya plan baru. Okay, tapi untuk company yang macam dah ada, kadang-kadang dia upgrade dia update dia punya business plan. Sebab apa? Maybe they are looking for a financial support to open up a new division, to open up or to add a new product. So sebab tu dia nak cari jadi dia kena create business plan. So from there the prospect investor ataupun or the financial institution will be interested to invest lah. Okay. Next is the second dia adalah untuk develop a business mission. Importance of planning. Okay. The second one is develop a business mission. Business plan can set a clear mission and vision for the business. It will help the entrepreneur to make the right decision, act on them in the future. So mission and vision mana-mana pun ada kan, Unimed pun ada kan. Vision and mission ni will act as a lighthouse lah, to make sure the entrepreneur know where they are headed to, where are they moving. Okay, so kat situ pun juga untuk gain confidence stakeholder lah, sama lah. Normally any organisation ada misi dan visi. Okay, determine the main competitor. When you have a business plan, you need there are part where you need to identify who are the competitor and how much are the market share. Okay, kena tahulah. Let's say lah you want to open you want to open a motel near dekat Pau. In that range, contohnya dalam berapa radius atau kilometer, how many motel in Pau? You need to identify lah. Okay, you because you able to determine competitor and also their strength and weaknesses. So why? Because you want to find the right strategy how you want to face them. Okay, macam mana you nak try to compete, bukan compete 100% pun, tapi at least you ada market share juga. Bukan you masuk business tak ada market share langsung. Okay, how? So certain entrepreneur they underestimate this one. Mungkin dia tak berapa nak buat research tentang competitor kan, so yang akan jadi masalah lah. Okay, kita buat competitive analysis lah, untuk kita buat untuk identify the competitor. Next adalah untuk determine the right way of managing a business. Okay, when you buat planning, you ada business plan, it will help you to give ample opportunities to develop effective strategy lah. Okay, to run the business. You can define who how to tender your knowledge and skills, kan. You kena tahu bila you buat business plan, ada satu cara lagi kita panggil BMC, business model canvas. I think some of you maybe know lah. Bila kita jot down what are the plan, okay, from there we can identify. So give you ample time to improve ataupun to cater lah, ataupun apa yang kekurangan yang you nampak bila you develop the business plan, give ample time for you to improve lah, and before you betul-betul masuk dalam business tu. Okay, you need to know bila you dah identify dalam business plan tu, let's say lah sometimes produk or services kan, apa yang perlu, kadang-kadang bila kita tunjuk lah kita baru nampak government policy, kadang kita unaware about that kan. Kita ada business, kita nak run tapi kita tak tahu the policy of the government, and other changes in the business environment. We need to know the trend, either it's still relevant or what are the consequences of things that are going to happen if you enter this market ataupun business kan. Okay, so when you prepare the business plan, you can identify. It helps you to improve lah, give ample time to manage your business lah. Okay, and then lastly untuk increase stakeholder confidence. Sebenarnya banyak lagi lah kita nak determine barrier, kita nak set performance tu tapi kita tengok di antara yang dipilih untuk important of the ni lah. Okay, untuk increase stakeholder confidence, just like I just mentioned to you, sometimes investor ke apa semua ni, financial institution ke apa lah, they akan read through your business plan before they make decision either to help your business or to join to be a partner of your business kan. Dia kan tengok dulu. Okay, of course lah, takkan dia nak bagi duit biasa-biasa je. They want to know either you can pay back the loan or either the investment can give return a lot of profit back to them or not. Okay, so every stakeholder yang ada interest in the business they want to know your business firm strength, like financial, like resources, what are the background of the CEO, what are the background of the employee kan. So this information is very important to determine the return of the investment. They need to know. Kalau your background tiba-tiba you tak ada working experience in business, because we want to enter business and you are looking for a big support, especially on financial, so orang tak takut kan kalau tak ada proper something that cannot see the background and apa tu punya plan semua lah. Okay, so that is important of business plan. Okay, so yang ni very general lah selalu, tapi selalu juga dipertanyakan lah who needs the business plan. Okay, kadang untuk siapa kita prepare the business plan, why we prepare the business plan, and who are the people who need the business plan. First is the entrepreneur himself lah. Okay, why? Because business plan dia akan, macam saya cakap tadi, will help the entrepreneur consider the time, effort, what are the support that he need, okay, to achieve the firm goal kan. Something that you read, you prepare and you can read again. Okay, so from business plan tu, it will help you to identify lah, analyze the critical situation and anything that will hinder the business progress lah. Okay, you by preparing the business plan also, it will help you to ada projected plan, bahagian sales and marketing tu. Sebelum you masuk dalam market, you analyze the market that you want to enter, so it will help you. Okay, it will help you either can be success or failure lah of the firm. What are the threat and opportunity that you will face in the future, so you can identify strategy, priority, semua tadi kan saya cakap kan. So entrepreneur ni, you ni are responsible for setting a reasonable benchmark as a comparison for the firm success. Okay, dia boleh jadi benchmark pada you lah. Okay, let's say you target in within 1 month, within 1 year, how much profit that you can achieve. So you boleh check back after 1 year, you check balik kan, it will help you. Okay, second adalah the shareholder, sama ni, macam ulangan balik lah. Okay, important to shareholder. They are responsible for evaluating how the business is conducted and what the objective and strategy are in order to secure the investment. They did investment, they give money to you. Of course, they want to check, identify balik. Dulu masa you bagi business plan, tapi you need to make sure your projection semua realistic. Okay? Sebab dia akan kena balik dekat you nanti. Sorry. Dia akan kena balik dekat you. They will look back on your business plan. Let's say in 5 years you write down business plan, you can achieve 1 million. If you cannot achieve the 1 million, they will look back on your business plan. Okay, macam itulah. Okay, so you kena consider essential document for shareholder when you prepare the business plan lah. Apa risk you semua you kena masukkan dalam tu. Okay, banker or creditor or financial kan, institution, of course they are looking for, they will check your business plan, they will read your business plan because they need to consider before they approve the business loan. Okay, before any organisation, especially government organisation ke financial institution yang membantu peniaga semua ni, mesti dia akan check dululah. Okay, they want to see the amount of return that you they can receive lah by giving the loan to you. How you punya business tu can make profit and how you are going to pay back. Kalau bank lah. Jadi kalau investor dan sebagainya dia nak keuntungan. Okay. Selain tu untuk employees and management also penting juga, di mana bila kita open up a business, kita kadang-kadang kita nak cari employee yang bagus. Okay, sometimes maybe the employee already work with some other companies kan. So kita nak attract employees, management daripada kita nak ambil dia bekerja dengan kita, dia mesti nak tengok business plan kita. For the career development, secure ke tak. So itu penting. Client and customer also very important. Kalau customer ataupun client ni macam you go for tender, dia kena ada business plan. They need to have some information about your company before they make decision whether they want to use the services atau produk daripada company kita tu. Okay, they are the people who determine kan, dia nak bayar, they need to know either you can perform ke tak kan. They choose you to do the business. Okay, dia nak tengok. Okay, business plan ni important lah untuk dia, sebab dia need to know the planning. Okay, quality, safety, maybe your previous experience tu semua kan, business plan. Okay, tapi untuk you punya business plan, you punya assignment, you new okay, untuk new business. So tapi kalau macam you dah ada business, normally customer akan check, you boleh perform ke tak, you ada experience ke tak, who are the CEO, who are the background of the important people dalam business tu, dia akan tengok lah. Okay, and then supplier also will look on your business plan. Okay, sebab apa? Sebab dia nak bagi, normally supplier ni dia will give credit kan, dia will supply produk dekat kita, raw material, let's say you involved in construction dan sebagainya, you able to pay back ke tak, you can be trusted or not kan. So dia mesti akan tengok benda tu, sebab dia nak selalu, kalau kita supplier barang, dia akan hantar barang and dia are giving you 30 days semua kan. Jadi dia akan tengok, okay, this company, if I supply this item for them, for their business, either they can pay back or not, can they be trusted or not. So based on business plan jugalah. Okay, what are the essential element of good business plan? These are the things that you need to have in your business plan. You kena ada executive summary, you need to put the marketing analysis, you need to put firm and management, marketing and sales strategy, service and product line, funding request, financial analysis, the appendix. This one you need to put. Okay, nanti saya masuk satu-satu dekat business plan punya chapter. Okay, when you prepare the business plan, keadaan for preparing a business plan, you need to keep it short. You don't have to, orang panggil, jangan terlalu over sangat. Don't over sangat explain dalam business plan. Keep it short tapi fokus tapi accurate. Okay. Keep the business plan tu as short as possible. Tak perlu over sangat. Cover the key issue yang boleh attract investor. Ada setengah info tu you leave for the next meeting. Okay. Okay. Lepas tu fokus. avoid diversifying the venture. Means that the attention must be focused on one or two service or product line with corresponding market. Kalau you are looking for a new financial support for your business yang baru buka, untuk contoh macam you buat bubble, you fokus bubble je lah business plan tu. Okay, kalau you ada 2 business pun, 3 business pun, tapi you are targeting for financial support for that bubble business, bubble lah. You boleh masuk sikit previous experience, macam contoh CEO is the CEO for contoh dia buat kedai kuih juga. So kat situ dia orang tahu, oh dia ada another business. Tapi cukup lah, you are targeting for bubble, you expand on bubble. For another business tu, another business plan. Okay, cover, you focus. Okay, and then review the people involved. Okay, who the person involved and the role. You tak boleh sembunyikan. You need to put who are the people in your business. Okay, you kena masukkan siapa yang ada dalam business you. You tak boleh, okay, tak boleh nak misteri ke, nak hide ke. Okay, you kena letakkan. Why? Sebab bank, financial institution ke investor ke, dia perlu tahu. Who are the person. Kalau you buat venture dengan somebody yang ada background yang tak okay semua, bahayalah. Okay, but it can be an advantage if you do a business, let's say like your partner is somebody well known in that industry. Okay, easier for you to get loan, easier for you to get a financial assistance or other type of assistance in your business. Okay, next is about jargon. Technical product ke, description of technical product ke, manufacturing process ke, yang mana expert dia understand, try to avoid. Sorry, ada cakap apa-apa kah? Soalan ke? Kalau apa kuatkan sikit kok saya terlepas apa. Okay. Kalau ada about the jargon tu, maksudnya you engineering student, I'm a business person. There are certain terms that I cannot understand. I don't understand because I'm not from the background of engineering. So try to avoid that one. Use a very simple wording that other people can understand. Why? Because you open a business, maybe lah, for example your business, kalau senang kan, ambil engineering punya business industry. Okay, you are looking for financial support from a banker. Most banker, background dia bukan engineering, background dia is business, accounting, financial, insurance people. So there are things that they don't understand, kan? So avoid that one. Guna yang makin mudah faham. Sebab fikiran the background of engineering industry and business semua tak sama, tapi that's why when you prepare the business plan, make it easy to understand lah. Avoid semua tu technical semua tu yang susah-susah ayat tu kan, memudahkan. Okay, information based on study. Tu yang saya cakap, be realistic. Jangan duk jangan duk janji bulan bintang dalam business plan you. Okay, based on your study. Okay, you can tahu capacity you kena tahu based on your potential sales semua, based on your study, you put that one. You don't put something that you over promise. Okay, macam tak betul. Sebab why, as I say, they will check back on your business plan. Okay, tadilah realistic and objective. Okay, kena realistic and objective. Takkanlah you baru masuk. Normally for first year or first month of your business, kita tak boleh, susah nak dapat profit yang kau sangat kan. So be realistic lah. Okay, tapi kalau you confident you boleh dapat tinggi, why? Tadi masa you buat dekat survey kan, you buat pasal market kan, maybe there's no competitor. Okay, so kena realistic and objective. Okay, tu guideline untuk preparing business plan. Okay, why fail? Most of the business plan fail because of several mistake lah by the entrepreneur. Okay, first yang mistake tu satu sebab kadang-kadang dalam fikiran saja. Okay, just a dream, not documentized. Okay, I have this idea, this and that idea, but you don't write down, you don't jot down as a business plan, so you miss certain important factor when you prepare the business. Kan? Bila dah ada dalam fikiran kita, kita tak jot down, maybe kita termiss on customer service, we miss on supplier, who are the competitor, kan? So, you kena jot down, you boleh think through lah when you write down, kan? Okay, how to ensure the business success. Okay, second is not realistic, kan? I already inform you, okay? Tak betul-betul check the risk, who are the competitor, kan? Milestone tu tak di-identify dengan betul. Okay, and then fail to recognize barrier. Salah satu faktor lah fail dia. Tak think through, you tak ada contingency step, you tak sebab tu kalau kita prepare business plan, kita ada masukkan contingency cost, you kena cover all the expected problem. So when you prepare the business plan, what are the things that might happen, what are the problem that might happen, and then you put in the contingency plan juga, kan, and also cost, and what are the alternative in solving the problem. Okay, so problem tu mungkin di finance, sales finance, market analysis, competitor and others lah. Okay, and then fail team member. When you open up a business, you tak boleh suka-suka ambil team member. Okay, you take that person because he is your friend. You take that person because she is your friend. No, tak boleh simply macam tu. Okay, you kena tahu potential, kan, background dia, contribution dia. Okay, member positioning. Maybe one of your friend ni previously working with, let's say you want to open a restaurant, fast food restaurant. Maybe previously he is the manager at KFC ke, manager dekat NW ke, kan? Okay, so put him in management lah. And then this person maybe background in marketing, good in marketing, have a track record of good in marketing. Put dia dekat situ. Okay, so kena consider betul-betul. You tak boleh nak choose suka-suka, kan? And then incomplete info lah. Okay, when you gather the information, when you do a questionnaire, market survey, semua tu tak complete. So benda tu boleh lead to fail business plan. Okay, habis satu chapter. Ada question tak? Sebelum kita proceed to the next chapter. Saya nak cover satu chapter lagi. Ada soalan tak? Ada ke tak? Dengar tak ada cakap ni? Ada. Kita rest sekejap dalam 2-3 minit, boleh? Saya bercakap terasa penat. Ya, kita stop dah. Okay, so kita tengok business plan. Ini baru masuk business plan. Tadi chapter 5 tu planning as a performance tool. Dia like apa introduction lah. Okay, now kita tengok apa itu business plan sebenarnya. Okay, business plan tadi saya dah explain lah, written document. Dia ada satu blueprint. It's like a blueprint, it's guide for a business, for a proposed business project that you intend to undertake. Apa yang you nak buat kan? Okay, lah ni memang tak ada foreigner kan? Ada tekanan sikit apa? Dah satu lagi. Okay, dia roadmap, detail plan, budget, show how the objective to can be realized, how it can be realized. So business plan ni dia help you to determine your business idea, is it viable or not, all the information gathered regarding the project that used to help to predict the viability, the forecast success and propose strategy for the project. No point for you to start a business if there is a little or no chance that the business will be profitable. You dah tahu business tu akan tak boleh pergi jauh, tak boleh nak ni, so why you proceed kan? Kalau you, I always say to my student, if you want to sell mineral water or nasi lemak, okay, Fast Asia, Fast Result, go on. Okay, you want to sell tudung bawah, which you don't, you tak letak modal yang banyak kan. Let's say lah you beli 10 line, kadang-kadang 10 line pun banyak lah untuk student kan. 10 line tudung bawah ke apa kan. Atau jual benda makanan ke apa kan. Air mineral lah, saya suka cakap air mineral. Air mineral or Maggi hostel, it's okay, proceed as soon as possible. Apa yang orang selalu guna fast action, fast result, fast action, fast result. Okay, like that one is okay. But if you involve in big business organization with which you hire an employee, you are going for tender kan, you kena ada knowledge. Okay, yang you meniaga macam tu pun sebenarnya kena ada knowledge, sebab you boleh tengok kat now, especially a lot of business taking the business to social media, you can see the difference kan, you tengok lah. Okay, tapi if you are going for business yang kena tender, semua ni pun ada knowledge. Okay, because kita tak nak business kita segera jalan. Why you involve with other employee? You are going for tender, ada project lagi, like you kena sue. Okay, so it's better that you have a business plan. Okay, from there you identify, from there you can forecast. Macam mana you nak propose business semua kan. Okay, no, you need to know your goals before you establish your business. Kan, macam ni lah yang saya share kan. Many people have climbed the success ladder only to discover that it was leaning against the wrong tree after they reach the summit. Okay, you penat-penat buat semua tu, kira-kira it's not your goal kan, you bawa ke tempat lain kan. So you need to plan how to get there. Having an excellent business strategy is one of the best instruments for doing this. So keep in mind the purpose of business plan. Okay, on the other hand, written guide the business owner how to develop and operate the business. Why you need the business plan lah. Okay, how you want to operate the business kan. Okay, now kita tengok purpose of preparing a business plan. First is to view and evaluate in objectivity, critically and practically. Okay, kita nak view and evaluate the proposed business, objective, critical and practical manner. So many business venture they fail can be ascribed to entrepreneur decision making and planning, who place more weight on intuition and gut instinct than an objective and logical analysis. Macam tadi lah saya cakap, fast action, fast result. Tapi you kena ada knowledge kan. Sebab kalau it involve a lot of capital ataupun modal, tapi kita nak loss macam tu saja. Okay, tak boleh, keberanian tu perlu, tapi kena ada ilmu. Ni lah marah nanti orang kan. Okay, tapi it's true, kita nak buat bisnes lama kan. Okay, kita kena buat analisis apa semua dan sebagainya lah. Okay, you nak buat business plan ni, they help you to run the business with reliable information to support your planning and decision making. So entrepreneur ni akan more doable and realistic business plan lah, kan, bantu dengan dia punya business tu disokong oleh rancangan perniagaan yang boleh dilaksanakan dan realistik lah. Okay. Second adalah analyze dan evaluate its viability. When you have a business plan, it can be a foundation for you to evaluate the viability of an idea for a new firm. Okay, so the information that you collect, the analysis that you do in the preparing the business planning into creating a business strategy can provide a preliminary assessment of a project potential. Okay, so as a result, the entrepreneur, you can decide early on whether to invest in the proposed business or not. Okay, next is to convince the relevant parties on its investment potential. Macam tadi lah, saya cakap tadi kan, financial institution ke, investor ke, you nak ambil duit dia, saya cakap you nak duit orang masuk business you, dalam business you, orang yang nak bagi duit, nak tengok you mampu bayar ke tak. Bank pun macam tu. After you finish study, you want to buy a car or even a motorcycle, bank will ask for your salary, punya statement dan sebagainya. Okay, same goes to your partnership pun sama, investor pun semua sama. They want to know either you can pay back or they are gain profit or not. But have been you. And you business maturity. Okay, so to convince the relevant parties, kan, the viability. Okay, so the confidence of the interested parties to partially finance of the your business yang you nak buat tu will increase with the presence of a business plan. But the with the business plan lagi confident nak bagi duit dekat you. Okay, untuk biaya sama ada separuh atau sepenuhnya cost untuk you buat business tu. Okay. So financial institution ke, individual investor ke, supplier ke, government organisation ke, that they are all potential investor. Okay, and then guideline. Business plan ni juga ada guideline. Tadi saya bagi tahu dah, for managing the business, when you prepare the business plan, you lay down lay down the plan and strategy for running the venture. So the plan when the plan become reality, okay. So semua strategi yang you dah outline tu semua akan jadi benchmark for you to measure your progress lah. Okay, maybe you punya target macam ni, business plan macam mana, tengok ikut tak punya target dalam business plan tu. Okay, and then allocate business resource effectively. Normally small business they have limited resources, kan. So dia punya resource must be allocated effectively to avoid unnecessary waste. You dah target ada berapa cost, so kan you guna cost yang macam tu untuk nak avoid risk. And then let's say lah raw material tu, dia punya waste tu boleh tukar produk ke, boleh tukar apa ke, you boleh identify lah. Okay, so it will help you to plan, distribute or monitor these resources. Yang ni ulangan macam tadi. So saya nak skip lah yang ni It's a business plan. Macam tadi lah of the entrepreneur need the business, the supplier, the customer, the company staff, investor and the financial institution. This one is familiar like I just explained in chapter 5. Okay. Information gathering for the business. These one are the things that you need to have in your business plan. Okay. Business plan format, you need to have a cover letter, cover page, table of content, executive summary, main body business plan, also the appendix. Okay, main body of the business plan, you need to have introduction, the purpose why you prepare the business plan, and what the company background, what the owner background, location of the business. This one already explained in rubric for the week first of our class, kan? Okay, marketing plan, operation plan, financial plan, and also the conclusion. Okay, now look on the things that you need to have in your business plan. Tadi ni tak tahu dah. Okay. Dalam business plan you kena ada cover letter. Okay. Some student di calculator ni kena ada business plan. Untuk apa you prepare the business plan? Maybe I want this business plan prepared for the sake of Alhamdulillah, apa kan? You need the financial support from your bank. We need a financial support, or we are interested to invite you to be ke sebagainya lah. Okay, so cover letter ni offer enclosed with a complete business plan. The purpose and content of, so you need to specify what you hope to obtain that you submit. Okay, untuk apa? Okay, you submit the business plan. Lepas tu kat cover page you kena masukkan title. Ni macam you buat folio lah kan. Ada title, name of the business and address, name of the writer, date of submission. Ni macam you buat you apply for tender. Okay, and then you kena masukkan yang tu. Lepas tu you kena masukkan table of content. Kena ada link, table, schedule, page number you kena masukkan. And then kena masukkan executive summary. Okay, executive summary is contained early in the paper because it's essential to convince and motivating the reader to spend time going through the whole plan so as fully understand the project. Okay, executive summary very important. Sama lah kalau you buat thesis pun, executive summary is very important. Some of your investor or financial institution ke project, siapa dah yang target kan for the business plan tu, they will read the executive summary first. Okay. Sometimes dibaca executive summary, your executive summary not so good, dia tak read dah dalam belakang. Okay, so it's very important. In convincing and motivating the reader to read more of your business plan. Kan? So highlight dah important component of the plan, like macam produk ke, service ke, market potential ke sebagainya you masukkan. Tapi jangan over sebab dia executive summary ni selalunya pendek saja. Okay, and then main body of the business plan. Ni kita tengok ni contoh cover letter. This is an example of the cover letter. Table content of the business plan. Ni saya ambil contoh yang fancy sikit lah. Okay, you boleh guna cara lama tak apa. Okay, this is the executive summary, the example of the executive summary. Main body of the business plan you need to put, ni bagi kita masuk main body of the business plan, you need to put the company name, nature of business, industry profile. These are the things that you need to put lah. Okay, the introduction, section, give overall introduction to the purpose venture. Okay, masukkan juga semualah kat sini yang saya tulis ni. Okay, and then you kena masukkan purpose. Okay. Every business plan that you prepare, dia mesti ada particular purpose lah, macam in mind. Bila you prepare the business plan, clear concept and coherent lah. Ada you want, let's say lah macam the business plan purpose is to obtain working capital loan with you from the bank, for example. You kena address, you kena masukkan, and the company background, you kena masukkan dalam tu. Main body of the business plan juga you kena, sorry, saya dah lama-lama terasa lenguh ni. Okay, kena pisau. Okay, yang pisau cut the tendon. Lepas tu terasa lah sakit lah sikit. Dah lama tangan ni. Okay. You kena masukkan main body of the business plan, you kena masukkan nama, partner you, identifikan. Kalau you buat joint, kalau you buat partnership, masukkan dua-dua. Kalau you sole proprietorship, satu. You saja, kan? Okay, so you kena masukkan. Tadi, owner or partner background, you kena masukkan. And then location of the business, kat mana? Macam saya cakap itu, location of the business tu, masukkan juga map ke, masukkan gambar, semua physical location, type of building, basic amenities, you put that one. Ni saya masukkan map. Okay, main body of the business plan, you need to put the administration plan, which is in the org chart tu. Kan kalau you pergi normal company that you go, normally they put the org chart. Even the hospital kan, klinik desa pun dia letak kan, even klinik hospital pun dia letak kan org chart. Okay, so put the org chart. Okay, and then manpower plan, schedule of tasks and responsibilities, schedule of remuneration, list of office equipment and admin budget. Okay, these are the example of list of admin personnel and what are the tasks and responsibility. When you prepare your business plan, you dah tahu okay, how many employee that you need. Sebab tu kita ada layout nanti masuk ada chapter. Okay, so if you want to have one manager, normally in mind you dah tahu dah, okay, I need one manager for what purpose. So kat sini you mesti kena ada dah task and responsibility. Okay, manpower plan, berapa orang, task and responsibility. You don't hire people without task and responsibility, rugi, buang duit je. Okay, and then remuneration schedule, put dia punya monthly salary, so EPF total semualah. Okay, when you do a business plan, bila you nak buka business, you dah tahu kan how many employee based on your kita punya target semua tu. Tu masuk ada chapter lagi. Okay, so kat situ you boleh identify dah berapa banyak furniture. If you do online, maybe you don't have this. Okay, tak banyak, tapi you need computers, laptop, that one put also in furniture and masuk bawah. Inilah office punya budget. Okay. Office punya budget kalau management. But if you need that item for marketing purpose, that one is under marketing budget. Okay, so you kena nanti kita masuk bahagian tu. Okay, these are the administrative budget. Okay, and then kita masuk marketing plan. Dalam marketing plan, you kena ada product or service description. You kena ada you kena ada target market. Dalam tu, you need to have market size, who are the competitor, apa market share, apa sales forecast, marketing strategy and marketing budget. You kena ada. Okay, masukkan dalam marketing plan. Okay, dan ni nanti kita akan masuk ada chapter. Dia ada chapter marketing plan pula, dia ada chapter operation, dia ada chapter financial. Okay, and then kita kena tengok operation plan. Kat sini. Process flow chart, production schedule, material requirement. Kat sini lah you nak identify the raw material, flow of the process, semua kat sini. Okay, and then last financial plan. Financial plan ni is the which you gather all the budget from the admin, marketing, operation, lepas tu boleh masuk operation plan, financial plan, sorry. Okay, ada project implementation cost, ada source of fund schedule and fixed asset depreciation table. Okay, under financial plan ni kita tak ambil betul-betul detail. Okay, kita cuma fokus beberapa saja. Okay, sebab nak fokus betul-betul detail business plan ni, you can belajar daunting dan sebagainya lah. Okay, so kita ambil contoh. That's why dalam assignment kan cakap boleh refer to any existing resources yang ada. You boleh tengok annual report other company, you boleh refer dekat bursa ke apa, you boleh tengok. Okay, untuk get the idea. Okay, and then last conclusion lah. Okay, updating the business plan. Kita kena update business plan. Not first kita buat business plan when we want to venture new business. Okay, macam you all kena buat business plan. Tapi kita kena update business plan bila ada financial changes. Maybe you need a financial support. Macam tadi kan, cakap maybe your business already run for 5 years, you need to you need more financial support, you nak tambah fund you update the business plan. Okay, changes in the market. Maybe previously you use getah in your production of your product. Okay, getah harga naik, ayam harga naik kan, harga barang mesti naik. Atau perubahan lah dekat market or maybe the demand ataupun viral, tak viral dalam produk kan, ada perubahan dalam market. So you need to change either the product or the resources, or maybe to change dia punya target market ke apa, ada perubahan lah. Okay, the market, you can update the business plan. New management team, perubahan, mungkin ada team, ada manager baru, mungkin kita ada diri yang new ke apa, new company kan dan sebagainya. So you can update the business plan. Reflect the new reality. Maybe your product is no more, tak boleh, you kena, tapi for the sake of survival of your company, you need to introduce other product, terminate this old product, you introduce new product. Okay, update the business plan. Launch of a new product or services. Tadi kalau ada produk baru, update lagi business plan. Ini sama lah, financial changes ataupun additional financing. ada perubahan dari segi financing, semua dah sebagainya, financial, you kena update the business plan. Okay, guideline to remember, okay, ni you boleh baca sendiri lah. When you prepare the business plan, keep the plan respectively short, focus. Tadi ada sikit yang saya dah explain dah, do not diversify semua lah. Question to be answer, ni you boleh baca sendiri. Okay, habis chapter. 2 chapter cover. Okay, chapter planning as a performance tu dengan chapter 5 dan chapter 6 dah. Okay, so ada persoalan tak? Okay ke? Ada apa-apa soalan tak?
Tiada, Doktor.
Okay, untuk quiz kita ada perubahan. Hari tu saya cakap nak buat dalam minggu kelima, so saya ubah. Lepas ubah lah sebab satu kita dah terkenal dengan combo, lepas tu kita ada Deepavali, which tak boleh buat quiz katanya. Okay, so kita akan anjak quiz kita lah kemungkinan pada minggu ke-8. Tapi minggu ke-8 you all kena submit juga you punya report dan brief report for presentation. So minggu ke-9 kita buat presentation. Minggu ke-9 tu kita settlekan terus presentation. Boleh? Kalau minggu ke-7, tunggu 20 hari bulan 11, kumpul kan? Betul tak? Hello?
Betul, Doktor.
So macam mana ajak? Macam mana? Betul tak? Saya tengah tengok balik. So benda-benda macam ni lah yang jadi kan. Hingga 21. Atau kita boleh ambil satu hari. Sekejap. Hari apa you free? You all free dalam seminggu tu. Ada tak hari yang you all free? Contohnya hari Rabu atau Khamis. Rabu, Khamis, Jumaat. Jumaat you all free tak pukul 5 sampai pukul 7? Kalau kita buat quiz saja. ...24 hari bulan 11. Boleh tak? Pukul 5, Jumaat free. Kalau Jumaat free, you all boleh masuk ke kelas saya hari Jumaat pukul 5 sampai pukul 7. Kita buat quiz saja. Cuti ni exam? Oh, cuti ni exam. Kalau Jumaat tu tak nak cuti, Jumaat tu tak cuti lagi. Oh ni pening saya nak buat quiz. Macam mana? Quiz kena buat juga. Kalau boleh kelas 5-4-7. Buat macam mana lah. Bila dikeluarkan arahan macam tu, pening lah kita nak buat ni. Sepatutnya you punya quiz minggu ni. Sepatutnya quiz you minggu ni. Okay. Tapi kita tak buat minggu ni. Tak boleh sebab soalan you baru masuk rating. Baru dia orang accept hari tu. Tak. Untuk quiz 1. Lepas tu dia Bali minggu depan. Minggu satu lagi combo. So tinggal dalam hari Rabu, Khamis, Jumaat tu je. Boleh tak siapa-siapa? Sebab dia ada 2 kelas kita ni ada 2 program. Boleh tak wakil ke kelas FAB untuk program you check hari yang boleh. Hari yang boleh untuk kita buat quiz. Sama ada start 22 sampai 24 tu. 22 sampai 24. Kalau 23 bulan you free, boleh beritahu saya. Sebab saya 23 dan 22 tu boleh lah kalau nak buat quiz. Boleh tak? Quiz face to face lah. Quiz, you all kena duduk depan saya. Saya akan bagi link, you jawab depan saya. Saya tak buat online. Saya tak buat macam you duduk kat rumah, saya kat sini. Tak boleh. You kena datang kelas, saya bagi link, you jawab. Tapi you depan saya. Macam tu. Faham? Faham tak? Tak faham. Clear tak? Kalau tak faham, bagi tahu. So, you kena attend. You kena ada depan saya. Nanti saya masuk. Okay. Saya akan bagi link. You jawab depan saya. Tak banyak. Soalan 20 saja. Tapi kalau yang ambil masa sejam macam itulah. So, sekarang ni kita nak tahu tahap hari je. Sama ada hari Rabu 22 hingga 24. 22 hingga 24 saja. 24 bulan tu saya ada kelas pukul 5 sampai pukul 7. Okay. Itu pun saya tak tanya lagi kelas saya Jumaat tu. Kalau ada sepatutnya tak boleh lagi balik sebab kita ada kelas kan 5 sampai 7 tu. Kalau sepatutnya kelas saya yang Jumaat tu lah. Tapi kalau you free pagi Jumaat tu dan kelas saya pun free Jumaat tu, kita boleh combine je. Ataupun hari Rabu atau hari Khamis. So tolong siapa-siapa wakil daripada 2 program. Sebab saya pun tak lantik kelas FAB. So you pilihlah dalam program you tu siapa yang tolong check hari apa yang free 22, 23, 24 tu untuk kita buat quiz saja. Okay? Sebab dah tak boleh buat quiz. Minggu Deepavali tu tak boleh buat quiz. Minggu Ponggol tu pun tak boleh. So kita tak buat. Jadi kalau kelas tu nanti saya akan maklum balik. So nanti bagi tahu tu satu. Lepas tu kita quiz, kita dah ubah tarikh. Tapi semua kena settle sebelum minggu ke-10. Sebab minggu 10 saya kena bawa result you quiz tu. Semua kena settle semua tu lah. Sebab saya kena present markah you minggu 10 tu. Okay. Nanti tolong maklum balik. Presentation mungkin kita akan buat dalam minggu. Presentation tu tengoklah dalam minggu ke-10 ke, minggu ke-11 ke, tengok macam mana presentation. Tapi you hantar dululah. Nanti assignment tu nanti saya beritahu tak sama ada minggu ke-8 atau minggu 9, tak apa. Sekarang ni kita nak fokus quiz dulu. So quiz dalam tarikh yang saya beritahu tu lah, nanti tolong maklum balik, saya share balik. And then dalam Google Classroom saya akan bagi list nama yang register for my subject. Please check either you register for my subject or not. And those who register for my subject, please come to my class. I don't want any problem at the end of the semester. Saya tak nak tolong lah. Okay. You ada masalah, saya ada masalah. Okay. Kalau boleh kita elakkan benda tu. So, ada apa-apa soalan? Lupa dah. Saya nak tunjuk ni. Ini adalah contoh assignment yang dibuat oleh senior you lah. Senior ke tak pastilah, tapi previous semester lah. Okay. Ni contoh dia buat table of content. Saya tak nak tunjuk ke depan pada markah. Okay. Saya tunjuk ni je. Table of content. Okay, dia letak introduction, dia masukkan introduction sikit. Tapi dia adalah benda yang dia temis. Page detail, dia masukkan content. Kat sini dia masukkan. Nampak dia bagi link Instagram dia. Instagram dia ada video tau. Sini, nampak. Okay, ni contoh contoh assignment. Nampak tak? Nampak besar sangat. Okay. Dia masukkan. Ni adalah contoh assignment lah. Contoh business plan. price, dimasukkan harga. Sorry, ini bukan contoh business plan, ini contoh business simulation, business presentation punya brief tu, yang brief tu. Logo, sebab dia explain logo, motor dia masukkan, conclusion. Ini. Clear tak? Nampak tak? Ini contoh juga. Contoh, ni dia bagi terus kat saya presentation dia. Produk ni dia masukkan sikit nama dia, masukkan. Kalau saya lagi suka you masukkan gambar. Masukkan gambar. Selain nama, lepas tu you letak gambar. Ini presentation dia bagi link. Nampak Instagram, YouTube. Lepas tu, advertisement dia. Logo dia. Dia bagi tahu apa logo dengan motor dia. Dia dah masukkan pasal survey and price. Why and what dia masuklah, dia tambahkan lagi sikit info dan juga conclusion. Ni contoh contoh assignment yang tu lah, yang presentation tu. Kan you kena bagi dua kan, brief report. Tapi dulu dalam bentuk PowerPoint semua dan sebagainya lah, beza sikit. Tapi you kena follow you punya assignment guideline yang saya dah masukkan dekat e-learning dengan Google Classroom. Okay. Okay. Okay, ni lagi satu contoh yang dibuatlah dekat saya. Ada Facebook, ada Instagram, ada TikTok. Ni masukkan sikit lah intro. Ada, dia boleh tengok dia masukkan sikit intro. Motor dia. Dia masukkan sikit harga dia, bila semua. Ni contoh lah. Ini dia bagi link. Link ni saya klik, saya boleh masuk. Saya boleh check, tengok. Okay. Itu tadi. Untuk ni. Now kita tengok ini pula. Okay, ni business plan. Company profile semua ada, founder vision semua dia ada. Nampak tu? Marketing plan tu semua ada ni. Introduction, company profile. Dia masuklah, dia buatlah. Okay, number account dia macam ni. Masukkan. Founder, vision, mission, masukkan kat sini. Company background dia. Admin, nampak tak? Org chart, ini business plan masuk ke org chart. Manpower plan. Responsibility. Semua ada kat sini. Schedule of remuneration, gaji dia semua dia masukkan. Okay, ni dimasukkan. Ni kan ada markah bagi HR Human resource ni ada markah ni. Bonus, admin budget dia masukkan. Ni dia masukkan, nampak? Dia masuk map. Saya nak bagi tahu ni. Okay. Ni contoh lah business plan tu. Dia masukkan building detail dekat mana, infrastructure dan sebagainya. Okay, ni produk je. Dia masukkan product description kat sini. Target market siapa, workplace semua lah. Market size apa. Okay, market share. Dia dah ada kompetitor. Jadi dia masuk kompetitor dia. Expected sales, sales forecast, marketing strategy. Semua ada kat sini. Marketing budget, operation plan, flow chart dia, semua dia masuk. Ini kita akan masukkan topik ni nanti. Production schedule. Ni semua barang-barang dia. Layout. Ni daripada layout ni you tahu berapa employee yang perlu. Okay, operations cost, finance schedule, semua ni dia masukkan. So, nampak tak idea untuk business plan ni macam mana? Balance sheet, financial. Ini yang ni macam saya katalah, saya tak perlu semua tapi apa yang disebutkan je lah. Macam break-even semua tu je lah. Okay. Macam dia dimasukkan juga sebab kita memang ada belajar tentang, saya ada masukkan titik tentang financial, bahagian ratio ni dekat financial punya chapter. Okay, boleh masukkan and then rasa conclusion lah. Dia masukkan lah reference kat mana dia tengok semua Okay. So these are the example of the assignment lah. Okay ke? How about you guys? Okay tak? Hello? Kelas kita ada setengah jam ni nak habis. Saya dah cover 2 chapter and I'll show you the example of the business report, the example of the how you need to submit the brief report for the presentation. Okay tak? Nanti kita buat presentation kat kelas. Boleh? Okay, faham So, itulah. So, setakat ni lah, hari ni saja. Our class, which I already covered the chapter 5 and also the chapter 6. And I also share with you on the business plan, how the example of the business plan and also the example of the business simulation report yang brief tu that you need to submit to me. And pergi and then you need to check with your friend on the quiz, which are the date and time and available, so you can do the quiz one before week 10, before week 9 lah. Okay, for me it's better that we did the quiz on week 7. Elok lah kita buat dalam week 7, dalam hari Rabu atau Khamis. Jumaat tu kalau Rabu Khamis dah settle dah, okay kan? Okay. So kita tengok macam tu lah. Sebab kelas pun kita advise buat online tapi tengok macam mana. Okay. So kalau tak ada apa setakat ni dulu. Terima kasih kepada semua yang attend. So malam ni tak ada lah. Saya dah cover 2 chapter. Ada chapter tu nanti kita akan cuba cover. Kalau macam kelas macam ni boleh cover 2 chapter terus. Okay. Tak ada apa, terima kasih. Jangan lupa isi attendance. I will put the link of the attendance in the Google Classroom so you can check. Okay, tolong isi. And nanti saya masukkan list of the student that register for my class. Check Okay, kalau tak ada apa, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doktor.
Terima kasih, Doktor.
Terima kasih, Doktor.